Any other bird songs?
Free like a bird.
Free bird, that's it. Free the bird!
This is what you guys do on tour?
What? Oh! Ow! Oh. Ah. Not gonna work.
You got a big head these days, man. Oh, it's you!
Yeah.
I was wondering, I've got the other guys to sign my leg, which is... Of course.
Oh yeah, the silver one's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna come out here. Thank you.
You know, do you want to have a good, give you a good seat up on stage?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the action?
Yeah.
But if you want, you can come back up. You can sit behind the drummer. I know the drummer real well. If you want, you can come back and you can talk to, where's Mom? She's right there.
Free for Jack?
Coordinate that.
I'm trying to get him.
So if you want to come and hang out back behind the drum kit for a little while. Cool? All right.
On your personal Fender bass, you have R.I.P. Dimebag written on it.
You have great questions. I know where this is going, and it is, I'm going to get choked up again because here it comes. The night Dime was murdered, I was in Europe with Helmet playing a show, and the news broke backstage before the show, and crying. I couldn't get home. Dime, you have to understand, Dime for Anthrax was he was our fifth member. He was the next guy. He played on a lot of our records, a lot of our songs. We were very close with him. I mean, he was our brother, as he was for a lot of people, but specifically for us because he played on so much of our stuff. And we went on tour, and it's a lot of love there. So long story short, I couldn't get there. I just felt like I want to go home now. Obviously, I had to play a show that night with Helmet, but I just wanted to just leave. Can't do that. So my way, as I'm crying, because I couldn't, express this, I couldn't get there, all that stuff to be with him, to be there. I got a drill from the shop guy at the show we were playing. I said, I just need a drill, and that was my way of doing it, just paying tribute to Dime. That was that night. So from that bass you're talking about, rest in R.I.P. Dime. That was that night. That's the only way I can do something about it, right? And feel something. Rest his soul. Dime's still with us, man. They were all there. My brother, my grandmother, all good.
My name is Tom Araya, and I'm the lead singer and bass player for Slayer. One of the issues I have is that I'm supposed to wear hearing aids, so I don't hear very well.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to speak up. I cry because I'm sad and I'm here. It's hard to find a moment of laughter.
Do you have any family holiday traditions?
Traditions? Yeah, that's a good question. I've never really given it a thought.
How often do the parents of the kids that go to your kids' school ask you for an autograph?
Believe it or not, we took our kids out of school. They had an issue with my son wearing skull t-shirts all the time.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play a Hello Kitty serenade. This is how I feel when I play a Hello Kitty guitar. Check it out.
Another fallen hero. Actually, this is the first time I've spoken to you since Nick Menza sadly passed away. I mean, could you give us a memory of him?
Probably the funniest one, similar to that, we were writing and rehearsing the Euthanasia record at a studio in Phoenix, and so they had some artwork on the wall, and he was into painting. And I didn't quite get his paintings. They were a little abstract, but he was into it, and so he put a painting on the wall
Painting.
Yeah, he put a painting on the wall, and he asked, he put the price on it, $100,000. You know, this is in Phoenix, right? We're like, dude, are you crazy? But that was Nick's kind of just over-the-top bombast, almost like just to shock you, you know? And that's what made him so cool behind the drums.
And with that, we begin the Bobby Blitz episode of Wikipedia Fact or Fiction. So, thank you so much, man.
Always a pleasure, man.
One.
All right.
And no matter what, you gotta sign my back.
Oh, let's do it.
Yo, man.
Come on, man. I gotta be a fan. I gotta be a fan. Take a picture of myself.
Cool. May 16th marks 5 years since the music world lost Ronnie James Dio. Can you talk about what his music and talents meant to you personally and the metal scene in general? And if you have like a personal story of meeting him or seeing him perform live?
Well, Ronnie's, for me, like the lyrics. He was like, had the greatest lyrics, told such a story, and visually you can, you know, just visualize what he's singing. And what I've learned about Ronnie was he remembered like his memory and the fans and what he gave to his fans and gave them every moment if they're there. I kind of seen how he treated his fans like that, and to me that was just like, you know, I inspired to be like Ronnie. That's just I know why he's loved so much, because he cares and he really does. And especially like, you know, I'd see him like years later after I first met him, and he remembered my son's name and, you know, the dog. I'm like, wow, you know, how did he do that, you know? And it made you feel good. And I think he did that to everybody. It made everybody feel special and like that, you know? So that was a great thing about Ronnie gave to the world.
Absolutely.
They were really open-minded. Like, they liked our tattoos. They like our hair. You know, they were really cool. It was kind of it was a nice interaction with them. You know, it was kind of like what we don't get from society, we got it there, because society just looks at us, you know, like, you know, I travel the world, that's my job, you know, so sometimes I'm sitting in the airport and I notice nobody sit by me. It's like, they're scared. Look at this crazy guy. And I wouldn't want to sit by me either. So society has a prejudice thing that the tribe didn't have it. The tribe did not had any prejudice against us, which was
preconceived notions.
So it was really cool, man, you know. And I loved the 3 days we spent with them there.